Well, I'm Duane Eddy, and this is my wife.
Dee Eddy.
41 years we've been together.
It's fantastic.
2 lifetimes long.
Big old adventure.
It started with me. I started feeling bad about 11:30 on April 23rd of 2013.
You know, he's one of these guys that he's not very big on going to the doctor, really not big on that. He actually said, maybe you should call the doctor. Never says that, never. I said, we're just gonna run down, and it literally is run down the hill from our house. It's only minutes away. And I said, let's just go down to the hospital, check it out. And he said, okay, which also told me that this is different. And we did get in the car quickly, and I drove, which is kind of unusual for us. People who know us know that he's the big driver.
She drove me down there. By the time I got to the emergency entrance of Williamson Hospital, and I was just wishing I'd faint, you know, because it was so bad.
And by the time we pulled into the emergency, he was kind of gray color. Got out of the car, leaned him against the wall there by the door. I know it sounds horrible. And I'll be right back, parked at the quickest, fastest, nearest spot and ran back. Those doors opened, and I guess there must be a camera, because there was a nurse with a wheelchair instantly to get him.
The last thing I remember is somebody saying, "Sit here, sir." And then I sat down in that wheelchair that they brought out and got my wish. I fainted. I didn't wake up for quite a while.
It was very scary.
They were flat out running, and I saw those lights go overhead, and I thought, oh, it's just like in the TV shows and the movies. I said, they really do this. A nurse later told me, she said, I watched the operation. She said it was like watching a beautiful symphony. She said people would go in, do what they had to do, and back out.
I've said it's like an out-of-body experience, watching all this go on. There was a wonderful nurse who came over to me and said, why don't you just stand here with me? Which meant, well, get out of the way. I'll tell you everything that's going on. And bless his heart, he's just laying there, and people are coming and going and working on him, and it was amazing to watch. It was just the most beautifully choreographed thing to see. An abdominal aortic aneurysm. And it had ruptured, which means time is of the essence, which, you know,
'Cause I'm bleeding to death inside, you know. Sorry.
It's the truth. But yeah, that's what was happening. They had a phone call to the surgeon, 2 surgeons. One was immediately there, Dr. Kerry Pulliam, and he was in surgery instantly, and they saved his life. It was very...
He told her later, he said, it's a good thing you didn't hit one more red light, and
Yeah.
I was only 4 minutes away. He said, or we wouldn't have made it, you know. And they broke a record getting me down to the operating room in like 51, 52 minutes.
It was from I believe, admitting, or I guess they start timing, or maybe in the emergency room. It was 51 minutes to when he was first admitted to when the incision was actually made. And that's like amazing. And they say there's a 10% chance when there's the rupture of the aorta. I know that they gave him 8 units of blood. His blood pressure was 60/40. It was as close as you ever want to get. And it's nothing you ever think you're going to experience in your lifetime, ever. And I don't want anybody to have that feeling that they're going to lose the person they love, ever.
One day I'm laying in there by myself, and she's going to get some coffee or something. The cleaning lady comes in, and she's dumping things into her bag. She's emptying things, and she's polishing, squirting, and cleaning, and all this, and marching around the room. She comes past me, and she says, they treating you right? And I said, oh yeah, treating me great. She says, that's good. She goes right on cleaning, you know. I said, yeah, they've been really really, really nice to me here. So she goes around, she finally finishes, starts out the door, and she turns, she says, "Can I get you anything?" And I said, "See what I mean?" And she laughed. See,
True.
I got her.
Everybody was so helpful.
Everybody was so helpful.
Kind.
And,
Really kind. The idea that we are so close to our hospital, and it is our hospital. I feel really personally connected.
it belongs to us.
It does. And everyone we know that lives in our area feels that way. But the fact that we're so close and there was such an immediate response and immediate, like, we're going to fix this, really made me feel, because you feel real alone and scared, and I was terrified. But that kind of went away. Not 100%, of course, but it was really alleviated a lot by just everybody that I came in contact with. And it just really, it was a miracle to me that we had all this help. And it was, this is just, if you ever have a problem, this is where you want to be. That's how we feel. So our hospital is Williamson Medical Center.